Welcome back to Score One, Still One. Today it's time for episode 11. Once again, I do apologise for the gap between episode 10 and 11, but the Napoli series is now over, so hopefully I can focus a bit more time on this series. We're halfway through the league season. Of course, we're still in the Champions League. We've got Porto in the first knockout round. We're out the cup, unfortunately, but that's probably a good thing, to be honest. And just to recap, this is the team. I'll just turn my face off a second so you can have a look at the squad as it stands on the 14th of January 2018. I was thinking of selling players, but I don't think I will. I mean, if clubs come in and decide they want to bid for a player, then I will contemplate selling them. But I'm not going to actively look out to sell players because I think the wage budget's okay at the moment. Oh, it's been reduced. The club have reduced the wage budget since we've had the new transfer window come in. So yeah, we are actually paying above the wage budget, £500,000 above the wage budget. You can see the transfer budget, £4,550. The finances of the club probably aren't in the best state. So let's have a quick look. Okay finances. Yeah, I've kind of broken the finances, haven't I, for Atletico Madrid. Anyway, today I'm going to be playing 3 matches. Espanyol, Getafe, and I wanted to focus on the Real Madrid game, which is why we're only playing 3 matches today rather than 4 or 5, like we have been doing previously. I will ramp it up again in episode 12 and do a few more matches in that episode. But first of all, we're taking on Real Betis. No, we're not. We're taking on Espanyol at home. And we are the favourites, despite the fact the team's looking a little bit weaker now. We've still got a strong team though, I think, overall. This is the lineup I'm going with for this first match today. We've got Oblak in goal. At the back, we've got Mandy, Albentosa, who I believe is making his debut, so he's protected today. Umtiti, Shenikov, Torres, Saul and Zagoev in the middle. Koke's just come back, remember, from his very short stint away from the club. But I'm not going to risk him in the first game. I don't want to lose him straight away, so he's not in the team today. Bakali, the Belgian, is on the left, with Cuadrado on the right, and Diego Costa up front. Now, that's a decent looking team, I think. I think we can cause problems. Let's go and cause those problems, eh? Carrasco, remember, he plays for Real Betis. I want to steal him back, because he'll be able to play for me. He's only played for 2 clubs this season, including us, so it'd be nice to steal him back. He is their best player of the season so far. Highest average rating, most assists as well. So it would be nice to get him back into the team. We've lost some big names in this series. We've stolen some big names, but we've also lost some of them as well. We've lost Buffon, of course. We still have Diego Costa up front. Remember, he's only just been able to start to play for the club from the 1st of January onwards. And he's just got injured. Typical, eh? I'm going to bring Rodrigo on up front. That's not good. Let's play him as a complete forward. First highlight of the game then. Can we take a 1-0 lead? Here's Mandy crossing in. Rodrigo on the volley. Good effort, actually, on the volley. But it did flash wide. Another highlight. Here's Bakali. Good ball in. And that was close. Albentosa with the header. Just to remind you of the rules, remember. This is what it's all about. Score one, still one. There's lots of stuff going on, lots of rules I need to try and remember. I've already made a couple mistakes and I've been punished accordingly. Here come Espanyol. I think they beat us, didn't they? Or did we draw against them? I can't really remember. They might have been the first team to beat us. Obviously they're still Carrasco. Maybe we beat them 2-1. I honestly can't remember what happened. It's so long ago now. It's been a boring game so far, and at this rate it will be, unless, no, is there going to be a goal here? Zagoev? Oh, no, it's knocked wide. So 0-0 at half-time. If it finishes 0-0, remember, we have to swap top goal scorers. I've just noticed the goal was picked up a knock. I'm going to say keep going out there, guys. I think Rodrigo's probably our top goal scorer now. Who should we bring on in the middle then? Camarasa? Can he play there? I think so. Let's play him there. I think he's making his debut. So he's protected today. Got it on control. Maybe I should go... Let's go attacking. Let's risk it. Risk it a little bit. Here come Espanyol. Good tackle by Torres though. Mandy. We've got 2 Torreses now, of course. Daniel Torres, Fernando Torres. Here's Bakali. Into Saul. Lovely ball out wide to Cuadrado. Can he put a good cross in? He doesn't. But it's back to Camarasa. Bakali. Rodrigo. 1-0. We're stealing a player from Espanyol. Lovely finish from Rodrigo as well. Can we make it 2? Shenikov into Camarasa. We've still got plenty of time left in this second half. Let's try and finish this game off whilst we can. Albentosa into Mandy. Cuadrado's tackled. We've looked good in this game though so far. It's a new look team. We've got plenty of new players in this squad. Very few players have survived as they make it 1-1. 4 minutes to go. Can we grab a winner? Here's Sal losing out, but Camarasa picks it up. It's into Bakali, doesn't manage to win that. Shenikov, Camarasa, Sal. Come on, lads. Get a winner. Win this game 2-1. Here's Camarasa again. Lovely ball out. Well, it's a bit of an adventurous ball, but Bakali manages to catch it. The passing's not perfect here, but we're still on it. Here's Cuadrado. Back to Torres. Sal. This is nice play now. We're keeping hold of possession. Spoke too soon. That was awful. Dreadful stuff. And now they're going to counter and punish us. Sal can't win that. And here's Gerrard all by himself. But, oh no. If they score. Oh, typical. Typical. Well, we're going to lose this game. First game of the episode is going to end in defeat. It was promising up to that. Oh my day. What a save from Oblak. What a save to keep it at 2-1. Well, what are we doing? Keeping hold of possession there nicely and we just give it away and then they go and score against the run of play. And that's over the bar. I have a feeling we've lost the other game 2-1, but I can't really remember off the top of my head. I mean, what was that? Sal's had an awful game. We're going to lose our 2 best players on the day. I presume it's going to be Rodrigo, one of them. No, we actually drew the other game 1-1, so we haven't managed to beat Espanyol this season. That was atrocious. We're going to steal their worst player on the day, which ironically is Carrasco, who went off as a sub. So that's not bad at all. We're stealing probably the best player. But he just had an off day against his old club. So we've got Carrasco back. I don't really mind losing now. Now that we've got him back. I have a feeling we're not going to compete at the top of the table come the end of the season. I just can't see us doing that. We're actually going to lose Bakali, it's only his second game of the season for us, I think. Or maybe third. But he's moving to Espanyol. And the other player we will lose, it's between Oblak and Rodrigo. I don't want to lose Oblak. I don't really want to lose Rodrigo either because we don't have many strikers. So, number 1 and 2. Oblak's number 1, Rodrigo's number 2. We're going to lose not Oblak, we're going to lose Rodrigo. That's probably my preferred option because although we've got so many goalkeepers, I guess we don't really need Oblak, but still, he's one of the only players that's remained at Atletico Madrid during this series. And the other issue with losing Rodrigo is he's a striker. We've just lost Diego Costa, another striker, to injury for a long time, 2 to 3 months. That's not great. He's pretty much out for the rest of the season, isn't he? We are running out of strikers. Fernando Torres, you're going to have to come in. It's time for the second match of the episode then. We're taking on Getafe away from home. We have to be winning this. We've really slumped, haven't we? We're 6 points behind top of the table, Villarreal. We're 1 point behind Real Madrid. We have 2 games in hand. We're 3 points behind Barcelona. They've managed to catch up after we stole a few players from each of them. And yeah, we're starting to struggle a little bit. We're going to be fortunate to actually stay ahead of the likes of Celta Vigo and Sevilla before too long. But Getafe, mid-table team, we got to be doing something against them. And I've had a couple of enforced changes. Bakali's left, of course, as has, well, Diego Costa's got injured. Meaning, up front, making his debut is Charles. I can't even remember who he stole him from. It is Ibar, of course. But he looks like a decent player as a complete forward up front. Brazilian, 33 years old, should do a decent job for us, I think. With Carrasco sort of making his second debut. I can't say he's protected. That's stretching it a bit, I think, if we're protecting him. In fact, I do want to make another change. I want to bring in Koke back into the team. We're playing a full-strength team. Let's play Koke instead of Zagoev. Let's just go for it today and get a win. Here we go then. Oh, they've got Masunda in attacking midfield. I wouldn't mind stealing him. I assume he's on loan from Chelsea. He is. We can still steal players on loan from Chelsea. There's no rules against that. Chelsea will lose out because they lose a player, but that doesn't really matter because he's on loan anyway. We're not going to be playing more than one season, so it doesn't really have any impact on the game. It really is a mess now, though, isn't it? Players all over the place. I don't know who plays for who anymore. Let's get on with this. Let's get a win. We've got a strong team, though. I mean, Carrasco, Sal, Koke, that's not bad going. A really good threesome there. Cuadrado on the right-hand side. Daniel Torres in defence midfield is a decent player. Umtiti at the back still. He's a brilliant player. Here's Carrasco charging forwards. Here's Charles. And he scores on his debut. An assist from a Carrasco as well. Lovely finish from Charles. Well done, Charlie. Don't know why I put Fernando Torres on the bench. He's still injured. Here we go then, looking for a second. Saul out wide to Mandy. Back into Koke. Back to Mandy. Lovely play. Carrasco. Charles makes it 2. We're 2-0 up after 18 minutes. Throw in from Getafe then. They're going to get back into this. Cuadrado heads it away. But Getafe still on the ball. Merkel into Masunda. Darmian hits the crossbar. Ooh. And can we escape? We briefly escaped. They're still on it though. And we're struggling a bit here. I'm going to encourage the lads. Encourage. Oh, it didn't work. 2-1. We're going to lose our worst rated play on the day if the score stays as it is. Well, it was a decent first half. We have conceded a goal and we're in a little bit of trouble now. I think our turn look for overlap off. Second half then. What can we do in the second half? Can Charles get a hat-trick? Remember, if we get a hat-trick, we get to steal a player of our choice, an extra player of our choice. So that would be nice. We've still not managed to score a hat-trick yet in the series. Don't think I have. Here we go. Nice play round at the back there. Carrasco into Charles. What's he going to do? He's having a crack and he's hit the crossbar. I'm going to take off Koke. I'm going to bring on Camarasa again. Sal's in danger. He's on a 6.7. We need to see an improvement from him. But at the moment, we're losing Shenikov as it stands. In fact, what I might do is take him off whilst he's on that 6.5, just in case he goes up. So if we bring Vermaelen on and just hope that no other player drops below that 6.5. Using my brain there. But if they score another, we're going to go to the randomizer, of course. It's crossed in, and Oblak does well. Great goalkeeping from him. Vermaelen on the ball now into Camarasa. Don't think he knows where he's going, but we've managed to find Carrasco. Of course, we replaced Bakali with another Belgian, didn't we? And an improvement on Bakali, really. He's a good player, but Carrasco is better. 13 minutes to go, and Getafe playing it around at the ball quite patiently. I'd have thought they'd be a bit more assertive at this point, now that they're 2-1 down, but they're actually coming forwards now. Here's Montero. He's going to punish us. Oh, I can't believe it. What is wrong with us? Why are we struggling to close out games? I mean, maybe I should be going defensive. But we were playing well. And then, really irritating. Really irritating. Let's go attacking and roam from positions. Charles is protected because it is his debut. But there's other players we could lose here. We've thrown away 2 points. I'm rubbish at this game now. I'm kind of getting fed up. We've just... So we're going to steal 2 players from Getafe and we're going to lose 2 players. So let's go ahead. Stealing number 9 and number 14. Oh, we're stealing Masunda. I'm pleased with that. Good player. Let's move him to the club. And number 14 is a substitute that came on. It's Dakonum, who is a right back. But we're also going to lose 2 players. And that's going to be number 4 and number 6. Who's that then? 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're losing him, Titi. Our best defender. Off he goes. And number 6, Daniel Torres. That's annoying as well, really. He's a good player. It's time for the big one then against arch rivals Real Madrid, who are 3 points above us in the table. That draw against Getafe, it's not helped us, has it? It's not helped our cause at all. We've got the inconsistent form. They've got the excellent form. It's going to be tough. We beat them amazingly at the start of the season. That was using my old tactics. Then most of you said you don't want me to use my old tactics anymore. So I've had to rely on something that's just not been as good, to be honest. We're going to have to change our defensive midfielder. Let's play Danny Garcia. He's going to make his debut today. Centre-back as well. We're going to play Vermaelen. Bernardo's going to go onto the bench. Torres is back, but I'm going to stick with Charles because he played very well, didn't he, in the last game? I've changed the tactic or the mentality to standard. I'm hoping that will make a slight difference. It's our second half performances that are letting us down though, isn't it? Can we pull off an upset then and win our second game of the season against Real Madrid? Of course, they don't have Ronaldo anymore. They don't have Modric. They've lost some of their best players because of us. But they've still got a strong team. They're in form. They've got Isco, they've got Gareth Bale, they've got Asensio. But we've got Carrasco, Cuadrado, Saul, Koke. We've got some good players here. The defence isn't exactly the strongest in the world. That's a bit of a worry. But Oblak behind, he can stop anything on his day. Let's get on with this then. We need to pick up some form going into the Champions League. That might be my one hope. You know, if we can... Porto's a winnable game. They could easily beat us, especially with the team that we have now, and also we're not really in form. But... you know, if I could choose one thing to win, I'd choose the Champions League over the league this season, because that would be an incredible achievement to win the Champions League with the score one still one format. Here's Shenikov back to Vermaelen, pumps it over. Charles can't get on the end of that one, and Isco's now played it into Asensio, who finds Carvajal down the right hand side, but Carrasco does well, and now Koke, he's in a... oh, that was awful. What was that? What were we doing? Jonas scores. We're 1-0 down. But Koke, what were you doing? Let's look at this again. Carrasco, he's won it back, but where's Koke going? Just hit it into Rosed. We've lost a player already. I'm going to go attacking. We're going for it. We're roaming from positions. Where would we be if I just stuck with my tactic that actually worked? And they're looking for a second. Here's Gareth Bale. And he's fired it over and wide. Free kick to Real Madrid, and Oblak catches it. That was a real good opportunity for Real Madrid. We've not been in this game whatsoever. Maybe I need to go back to the other tactic just to give ourselves some sort of chance here. Because we've not been in this whatsoever. Here's Asensio back. And here they come. Asensio Jonas makes it 2. They don't even have Benzema. They don't even have Ronaldo. They don't have Modric, but they're beating us 2-0, comfortably so. We've done nothing in this game, and I think we just have to give the other tactic a go. Here's Cuadrado. I mean, the passing is terrible as well. That's not helpful. 35% possession. We've completed only 74% of our passes compared to 85% from Real Madrid. What is that? What was the point in that punt? But Charles, can you make it 2-1? Ah... yeah, I need to change the tactics. I mean, there's a combination of the tactics we've not really gelled, and secondly, it's all the dynamics. You know, we've had so many new players and players leaving the club. The players don't know each other anymore. It's getting harder and harder as the season progresses, even though we've been reasonably successful compared to previous series of this. It's just going to get harder and harder the further we go on, and I'm going to have to change. If we go to the Invincity attack, maybe we'll swap it around the other way. So go to the Napoli one. Is this yeah, the Napoli one. And right then, Koke is going to play in the middle. Saul in the attacking midfield role. Is there anything else to change? Do I need to... I mean, we should go attacking really, shouldn't we? The instructions are quite similar actually to what I'm using anyway, but it's just a different formation. Maybe do I play Charles? Let's play him as a complete forward, because that's what he knows. He doesn't really know how to play as a trequartista. Let's hope the second half will be an improvement, because at the moment we're losing our 2 best players on the day. I've no idea who that guy... oh, that's a red card. Charles. But it's just because I made you a complete forward, it doesn't mean you're going with 2 footed tackles like that. This is a disaster. It's turning into my Swansea series now. It's going to go horribly wrong. We're losing Charles, and we can't afford to lose strikers. I have to terminate his contract. What do I do now? Should we play Carrasco up front? Maybe bring him off. He's on a... what is he on? 6.4. Let's bring on Fernando Torres. We're playing no left winger here. It's an absolute disaster. What I might do is put Koke as a Mazzala so he can sort of cover out wide as well, I think. It's not been a good episode. We lost the first game, we've drawn the second game, and now we're miserably losing the third game against our rivals. We're down to 10 men. And it's not going to plan whatsoever. Should I play this tactic for the rest of the series, or should I be doing something else? I mean, what was Torres doing there? Here come Real Madrid looking for a third. They're going to steal all my players. I'll have no one left at the end. I should have... oh, it's a penalty. Why didn't I do a wild card before this match? I could have protected Oblak. I could have protected Saul or Koke or someone. But no, I forgot. We've still got 3 wild cards to use. And Jonas is going to get his hat-trick. What does that mean? That means something. Player hat-trick equals still player of my choice. Opposition hat-trick, lose a random defender or goalkeeper. Oh no. Dear. Why? I mean, Jonas of all people scoring a hat-trick against me. It's not Benzema or Ronaldo. What are we doing? We're all over the shot. Here's Fernando Torres by himself. Oh, that is lovely play though. It's through to Sal. Can we steal a play? Oh, it was a terrible shot, but it almost trickled past Navas. It's not been good. End the episode now. End my misery. In a way, this is the best thing to happen to the series now. It'll save the series. It's just, obviously, I've not been particularly consistent with it, and perhaps me losing horrifically and quite hilariously will give us a bit of a boost. And this is going to be another red card. We're down to 9 men. We've lost 2 players already, and we haven't even ended the match. What is going on? Danny Garcia. I mean, he's not protected from getting a red card. It might be his debut, but I can't protect him. The rules are the rules of the red cards. He's protected from being stolen. He's not protected from the rules. So, what are we going to do now? This is ridiculous. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Let's go 4-4-2, but have one striker. Sal can go there. Who can I mean, Koke's not going to be lost. He's on a 5.7. We might as well take him off. Sal's on a 6.8, so he's going to be lost at this rate, which isn't good. I don't know what to do. Camarasa can come on and play there. It's a disaster. I'm going to bring off Cuadrado as well and bring on Zagoev. He can play as a Mazzala, apparently. Sal can play as a deep line playmaker on defend. Torres up front by himself as a complete forward. And we're just going to lump it long to him. Pump into box. Direct football. This is the worst game ever. This is their revenge for me beating them. So Oblak, Mendy, Albentosa, Vermaelen and Shenikov. I mean, we'll lose 2 of them probably by the looks of it. Plus another one at random. We've not conceded another goal since changing the tactics there. That's an impressive feat, I think. Something to be celebrated. 30 seconds to go. Can we hang on? And oh, I thought it was going to be another red card then. Here's Fernando Torres all by himself. Oh, poor old Fernando. Mendy into Camarosa. Sal. We're just passing it around for the last 10 seconds, desperately hoping not to concede a 4th. We've lost 3-0. And they go top of the table. We stay in 5th at the moment, but things are going from bad to worse at the moment. We've only lost 6 games, but that was easily the worst one yet. And I'm going to have second thoughts about what my philosophy, my tactics are going forwards for the rest of the season, because we're losing players at a great knots here. We're going to lose our 3 best players on the day, and the first best player is actually Zagoev, who only played for the last 23 minutes, but he must have played quite well to stop Real Madrid from scoring another goal. But we're losing Zagoev. He's played okay for us. Why can't I find him? Why can't I find Madrid? Real Madrid. There we go. The second and third best player is between a few. So it's between Albentosa, Vermaelen, Saul, Camarasa and Torres. We're going to lose 2 of those 5. So let's go to the randomizer. Put in the number 5. We're going to lose 2 of those. So first of all, it's number 1. And secondly, it's number 4. So we're going to lose Albentosa first of all. And then number 4, is Camarasa. That's not the end of the world. We're going to have to use our massive squad. I'm pleased I didn't decide to sell a lot of players, because we're going to need these players at this rate. We're also going to lose 1 between Oblak, Mendy, Vermaelen and Shenikov. So we're going to have to do another randomizer, 1 to 4, and we'll lose one of these players, and it's going to be number 3, Vermaelen. We've lost our 2 centre-backs on the day. This is disastrous. Really quite disastrous. So this is the squad at the end of today's episode. I don't even know what to think or say anymore. We've got so many goalkeepers. We've still got Oblak, we've got Akinfeev, we've got a few other goalkeepers. But defensively we're weak now. We're going to have to play Bernardo and Mateus or Postigo at centre-back. Mendy can play centre-back, but it's not looking particularly good, is it? We've still got Saul and Koke, fortunately. And we've still got Carrasco, Fernando Torres. Diego Costa will eventually come back from injury, but that's going to be towards the end of the season. We're going to have to utilise some of these players that we've stolen, because I've not really looked at a lot of these players for quite a long time, but we're going to have to use them. Oh, of course, we've got Charlie Masunda. We stole him. So he's a useful player to have. We've got some good players, but the dynamics of the team, it's all over the place. This is the hierarchy. Torres, Koke and Saul are our team leaders. We've got Diego Costa and Oblak as influential players, but the social groups so many other players. There's a few players starting to integrate now, which is good. Today is the worst episode of the series, I think. We're in real trouble. We need to turn it around, and we're going to take on Athletic Bilbao, Valencia, Celta Vigo and Porto in the next episode. The last game will be a Champions League match. We need to turn this around. What am I going to do though? How am I going to turn it around? Please help me, guys. Anyway, until next time, enjoy life, and I'll see you in episode 12.